Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for the Dow Tennis Classic Virtual Week. We are going to so miss starting off the year in Midland, but we're so excited to save the best for last in 2021 with new dates in the first week of November. And in the meantime, we've got a pretty nice bonus for you in the form of our 2019 champion. She's a Cincinnati native coming to us all the way from her hotel in Melbourne, Australia. Caty McNally, it is so good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. I wish I could be in, Midland in February, but, hopefully I'll see you guys in November and happy to be here.
All right, we're going to talk about your experience in Australia, but I want to start with a flashback to your title run in Midland 2 years ago. You were a wild card. You were ranked, I believe, 411 in the world coming in. You beat 4 seeds to capture the biggest singles title of your career. Were you surprised by how that week ended for you, or did you sort of have a feeling that you were due?
I was probably a little surprised, but I love playing indoors. So it kind of felt like I was playing at home. I did play Dow. I think that was one of my first, ITF tournaments. I got a wild card when I was like 13 or 14. I lost first round of qualifying, but I've played at that, in that indoor tennis center very many times in a bunch of junior events. So I was really comfortable playing there. And yeah, I just played some really good tennis. And I think with each match, I just gained more and more confidence with the wins I was getting. And that kind of just led me to play some really great tennis, especially in the finals against Jessica Pegula.
Yeah, walking out onto the court against Jessie. Do you remember that day? What were the nerves like for that final?
Honestly, whenever I play in, especially that tournament, I don't feel nervous at all. They always get a really good amount of people out there to support me. And like I said, it feels like I'm playing at home. And yeah, I was just like I said, able to play some really good tennis, play my game. I really like the way the courts are there. It's really fast, so it kind of suits my game. Especially if I'm aggressive and dictative and can serve and volley, I think it takes the racket out of my opponent's hand. So, yeah.
You talk about the fan support. Anyone who has attended the Dow Tennis Classic knows it is such a gem of a tournament. There's incredible community involvement. And
Yeah.
at 17, when you're still relatively new to people knowing who you are and following you as a player, what was that support like?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we still keep in contact actually with the people that we housed with. We actually went back to that same house last year and stayed with the family. So the community there is unbelievable. There were even some other families that we still, keep in contact with from Midland. So yeah, it's just a great place. The community is so strong there. They make you feel like you're at home no matter where you are from around the world. And I know that, and I know a lot of other players feel the same way about that place.
You're doing a great job of helping me segue into my next questions. That's perfect. I wanted to talk about your hosting experience. It's pretty unique to ITF circuit events and the lower level events. How special is that and those relationships that you can build?
Yeah, it's so special. My coach that I travel with, Kevin O'Neill, he had stayed, I think, with that family one time prior to us going together. He was there with another player that he coached. So when we went back, they were really welcoming. It was just nice to not be in a hotel for 1 week. Also, they would make us, food whenever we wanted. They were like, what do you need from the store? And, we kind of felt bad just because we're so used to going to the store ourselves and getting everything we need. But it was nice, to feel so welcomed and just to feel like we were at home for that week.
Looking back, do you have a favorite memory?
Yeah, I do. So after I actually won in the finals, it was Super Bowl, like the finals of the Super Bowl, whatever you call it. I don't even know. But I think the Patriots might have been playing. So we went over to another family friend's house that lives in Midland, and we all ordered pizza and just kind of watched the game, and it was really chill, and they had their kids there, and it was just a great environment, and it was a good way to kind of celebrate the win before going back home.
Very fun. And of course, Coco Guaff was also at that tournament.
Yeah.
He was in Midland. That you guys weren't playing doubles together, but only a few months later, she had her run at Wimbledon. And by the end of the season, you two had 2 WTA doubles titles together. What has it been like rising in both singles and doubles alongside your doubles partner and your friend?
Yeah, no, it's been great. She's very inspiring, Coco. On and off the court. On the court, she is just so fearless, and I think myself, and I think a lot of people see that, especially at such a young age. She handles the big stage so well, and that's something that I admire so much, and I try to do the same thing as well. And then, I'm just so lucky off the court that I have a friend like that I can go and talk to. We get along super well. So it's always really light. The energy is always really good when I'm with her. And yeah, we get to play doubles. And so fortunate enough that we've created kind of like a Mick Coco hashtag kind of thing. And a lot of people follow along. And I'm just really happy that I can be a part of this journey. I'm just really grateful.
Yeah, the Makoko hashtag, there is a lot of attention on social media. I remember
Yeah.
at the US Open 2 years ago, I believe, you guys had an absolutely packed stadium on grandstand to watch you guys.
Yeah.
How special is that? Obviously, it's fun for you two as players, but to really shine a spotlight on doubles, which can be so much fun and so entertaining.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, going back to our first round that year, they put us on, I think, court 5, and it goes 4, 5, and 6, and there was people on both sides, just crowding over. Like, I think there would have been, it was like a hazard. Like, if there was a fire or something, I don't think people were going to be able to get out because people were just like smushed in, and it was wild. But yeah, the next match they put us on Louis Armstrong. I think we actually got the highest attendance for like a women's doubles match in history. So that's pretty amazing. And it just goes out to show that it's not just singles, doubles is, people take it just as important, and it's all the same thing. You just have someone else out there with you. But I think the energy and just, being young and everything, everyone loved seeing that. And that's what brought so much attention to us. And, it still does. We just can't wait to play in front of, more fans again, hopefully this year and hopefully in Australia, because we definitely feed off that crowd energy so much.
All right, since your time in Midland, you have the two doubles titles. You took Serena Williams to 3 sets on Ash. She reached the third round of the US Open last year. You threw out a laser of a first pitch at a Reds game. I saw
Yeah.
in person. Okay, I know you're not satisfied. I know you have goals and you want to do more and do better. But when you look back, what have the pinch me moments been for you?
Yeah, so definitely playing Serena on Arthur Ashe at night. I was pretty nervous for that, but I think I handled myself pretty well. But that's just a dream of mine ever since I was young. Is I never really thought I was going to get the chance to play against her. So now that I have, and hopefully I do get that opportunity again, it's something that I'll be able to tell my kids one day, and which is amazing. And then definitely playing in DC, winning DC was with Coco was another great memory of ours. We also felt like home playing there. I mean, the amount of support that we got, the stands were just absolutely packed for every single match. And then also playing in Australia, great memories. Playing here, I'm really bummed that things didn't go my way in qualifying, and I don't get the opportunity to play in the main draw of singles, because just last year was a great memory playing Sam Stosur and stuff. But there's definitely more opportunities ahead for me. I know that for sure. So just got to keep working, and just going to be grateful to get out there and play doubles with Coco, and hopefully get the opportunity to play in all the the warm up tournaments here and the ones following the Australian Open.
Have there been any instances where you've run into somebody that you've looked up to? I know you're a Federer fan for sure.
Yeah.
I know you've gotten to meet Roger, but in terms of experiencing these tournaments in the locker rooms for the first time, have there been any starstruck moments?
Um, I don't know if there's anyone like too specific, honestly. I think it's just um I don't know, just being in the locker room and like knowing that I've worked so hard to get to where I am now. It's kind of just, it's not like one specific person. It's just knowing that like I belong, kind of, and that I've worked my whole life for this opportunity and this moment, and to know that, like, not that I'm here because I haven't arrived, and there's still so much work to be done, but you know kind of like making a name for myself and giving myself these opportunities to play in these tournaments that I've always dreamed of when I was a little girl. That's kind of just like what hits me the most.
Very cool. And of course, 2020 was a challenging year for everyone. But am I wrong in saying that in terms of your tennis, you had a pretty solid setup? You have your mom as coach, your brothers around as a hitting coach,
Yeah.
you had a court at your disposal.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good setup, right?
Yeah, no, I'm super lucky that my grandparents, they have a tennis court in their backyard and a swimming pool. So when summer came around, it was perfect. In the beginning, it was pretty tough just because the weather in Ohio wasn't cooperating too much. It was pretty cold out, but yeah, we found a way. I'm so grateful that I have my mom and my brother. We were able to practice pretty much every single day. Whether that was in the freezing cold, we still got out on the court. And then when the gyms and all the tennis clubs closed, we went to local parks, we ran hills, we worked out outside, things that, I went for more runs by myself and stuff, things I wouldn't have really done, I think, if quarantine didn't hit. So I became more disciplined, I think, and kind of learned a lot more about myself and just, yeah, like I wanted to, stay in shape and, kind of prove, I worked really hard and this quarantine didn't kick my butt, kind of that I like kicked its butt. So,
All right, Caty, as you said, you're in Australia, you're in your hotel room at the moment. You get 19 hours in that hotel room. What has the experience been like so far for you?
yeah, it's been tough, being in my hotel room, especially the first 4 days of hard lockdown. I was trying to figure out workouts to do. Luckily, I got a bike delivered to my room a couple of days ago, so I can, do some bike workouts, which is nice. But I can get out for 5 hours a day, go practice for 2 hours, go to the gym for an hour and a half, eat for an hour, and then, the car ride there and back counts as time out of the room. So just trying to take advantage of all the time I get out of the room, because once I'm back, I'm back. There's no leaving, there's no sticking your head out. You're just kind of there pretty much by yourself. Just got to find kind of things to do.
Is it fair to say you've never appreciated practice quite like you do right now?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, and it goes quick. Like the 2 hours are going like so quick. Like next thing you know, they're giving you like the 10-minute warning, like you have 10 minutes left and then you're off the court. So just trying to get everything that I need in practice done before, we have to leave, and especially in the gym too, just taking care of everything, because like I said, once we're back, I'm kind of just usually chilling, doing school, watching Netflix. So just kind of getting it all done at the site.
What's the school situation right now? How many hours are you having to spend doing that, plus the workouts, plus the on-court stuff?
Yeah, so I'm actually like a sophomore in college. My mom and I made a deal once I turned pro that I would finish college by 2024 or something. So it's been working out well so far. Yeah, I just try to get all my work done as quickly as possible so I have the rest of the week to just watch Netflix. I ordered a Nintendo Switch to get delivered to my room, so it delivered so I can play video games and stuff. So I kind of like to just be able to like unwind and relax and not have to really worry about my school.
It's all about the balance, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. So we talked about the fact that you were ranked 411 coming into the Dow Tennis Classic 2 years ago. You're now closing in on the top 100. What are the goals for 2021?
Just to be out on the court as much as possible. Last year, I was definitely going to try to play a full year, of tournaments and stuff. But with COVID, that did not happen. So this year, hopefully that's the year for that. I'll be going to, a lot more events, trying to play as many WTAs as possible. And, just hopefully my ranking just keeps going up as the more I play, and I just get, more comfortable, more wins and, main draws. So that's kind of just what I'm looking forward to.
And those are the on-court goals. I did check your TikTok account before we did this. TikTok game is still strong. Is
Yeah.
the goal to go viral this year? What are the plans?
Yeah, that's the goal. I put the hashtag for you page, but I guess it just doesn't work sometimes. I think it just depends on the video, but yeah, I'll keep the content coming because it keeps me entertained, and most of the dances actually give me a workout because it takes me like an hour to learn them. So I'm like in a full on sweat before. It's the one I post is it definitely took a lot of hard work, and there's probably like 50 other drafts of the video. But yeah, it's a good way to, it just distracts me actually, TikTok, and next thing you know, I'll be on the app for like 4 hours at a time, but it's good. I like it and it's fun. So I'll just keep making videos.
Dedication in all areas. Love it. Okay, Katy, we are going to finish with a little lightning round. This is a groundbreaking name. I'm calling it favorites, all about your favorite things. And we are going to start with your favorite ITF circuit event.
Dow Tennis Classic. It'd be good if I said it right.
Of course. All right, your favorite tour event.
Tour event, Wimbledon.
Favorite in-tournament meal.
Pasta.
Favorite cheat food.
Chocolate.
Favorite fitness exercise.
Jumping rope.
Favorite words to hear in a practice.
We're done. We're done.
All right. Favorite interaction with a tennis idol.
Talking to Roger Federer.
And finally, your favorite way to celebrate a big win.
Celebrating with family and friends.
Awesome. Well, Katy, so great to see your smiling face. Thank you so much for joining us for Dow Tennis Classic Virtual Week. We will hopefully see you. We will definitely see all of you November 1st through the 7th this fall. Thanks again.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. See you guys.